Johnny's in the backyard playing in that big mud puddle.
Did you leave the hose on?
No, the neighbor borrowed it yesterday.
Wait, is that the side where the septic...
Johnny, get out of there!
Having septic problems? At Mike Scott Plumbing, we can make those septic worries disappear. We can pump your septic tank, repair your drain field, and, if needed, even install a whole new system. At Mike Scott Plumbing, we don't take crap from anyone. We take it from everyone. 237-2888. Mike Scott Plumbing. If water runs through it, we do it.
Good credits, bad credits. It's none of our business because we're not an auto dealer. We're not a bank. We're not your mother. We're OcalaForSale.com. Marion County's marketplace for cars, trucks, and SUVs. We've got thousands of sellers standing by to take your call. No middleman. But hurry, don't walk, don't run. Just sit down and log on to OcalaForSale.com. Prices and inventory change daily. Offer does not include dealer upcharge. Undercutting, rust proofing, factory surcharge, or delivery fee. See website for details.
Folks, this week you got to check to see the big things happening at Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens in Ocala. The Wines family is getting ready to celebrate 70 years serving the area. They're adding and expanding with new outdoor displays, more and better color and plants and trees, and the decor you want. They're fighting inflation with values like these. A truckload fruit sale starting with blueberries at 2 for $14. All the way up to avocado trees, just $169, and practically every fruit in between. They've got tons of citrus with small-sized bushes starting at just $24.99. Check this week's ad at BobWinesCameliaGardens.net. Then come see for yourself. Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens, Southeast 38th Street, open daily till 4:30, Saturdays till 3, now celebrating 70 years in the same blooming location.
Shamrock Security Systems, 629-3223. Shamrock Security Systems is located here in Ocala, Florida. Shamrock Security Systems is a top-rated alarm company offering 24/7 monitoring, video surveillance, fire and flood protection. You'll sleep a little better once the job is done. Shamrock Security Systems for over 31 years. 629-3223. Get a 100% free quote from Shamrock Security. 629-3223.
Now you've done it. Have you lost your mind? He's back. And you're listening again. A legend in his own mind. Don't believe me? Just ask him. Here's Tom Schmitz live on WOCA. The Source.
Welcome back to Ocala Talk. On a Friday, coming up at 10 o'clock is Dumb Crook News. 3 stories from around the country or world, and then 3 stories from right here in Florida. You know, I ran into somebody last night. Susan Schmitz joins me in studio. I ran into somebody last night at trivia, where I was playing trivia at, that bragged about how much he enjoys Dumb Crook News.
Really?
Yeah, he told his wife how funny it was, and, you know, he listens on Fridays to hear Dumb Crook News. I know he's not listening to hear if he's in Dumb Crook News because he's a stand-up guy. I think sometimes he just listens to see if I'm in Dumb Crook News.
Well, if you're in Dumb Crook News, then I would be here by myself reading it.
Well, by the way.
And probably taking the whole 3 hours explaining what my husband had just done
by the way,
to get him.
I've been in Dumb Crook News before, trust me.
Several times. Multiple times.
Yeah.
Probably in the double digits times.
Now, that's not an easy question. But what a woman is this? That's an easy question. Well, during the break, I read you something, and you went, huh? Here's what a scientist said about the what's the definition of a woman? Her name is Rebecca Jordan Young. She's a scientist, and this is where you know it goes off the rails a little bit, and gender studies scholar at Barnard College, whose work explores the relationship between science and the social hierarchy of gender and sexuality. She goes, I don't want to see this question punted to biology as if science has a definite answer. I thought we're supposed to follow the science. I thought that was the definitive answer. I'm so confused. I'm confused. Confused.
I just saw a meme about that yesterday about following. I don't want to do the shots, the vaccine anymore, but it literally said, if my dog had 3 rabies shots and got rabies, I'm going to be asking a lot of questions.
Exactly. My dog took 4 rabies shots in a year and still got rabies. Lucy, you got some explaining to do.
We got a problem. Anyways, I don't want to go back on that track, but
this scientist said she doesn't want to see it given to science because there's no definitive answer.
Then what's DNA? What does DNA tell us?
Well,
if you're looking at a DNA, 2 different profiles,
that's it.
Can you tell one's a man and one's a woman? So then.
According to Jordan Young,
is that not science?
According to scientist Jordan Young.
I mean, even if you take testosterone reduction.
She continued to say, science can't come up with a definitive answer because there's not one single biological answer to the definition of a woman. Yes, there is. Vagina, woman. Penis, man. Single answer. Biologically speaking, yes, there is a single answer.
I'd like to hear her variables. What are they then? What if there's not one singular answer? What are the answers?
Well, she said there isn't one single biological answer to the definition of woman. There's not even a singular biological answer to the question of what is a female. There are at least 6 different biological markers of sex in the body. Genitals, okay, vagina, woman. Chromosomes, different from a man and a woman. Gonads, only in a man. Internal reproductive structure, woman. Hormone ratios, and secondary sex characteristics is what she defines as the 6 figures to biological, whether you're a woman or a male.
So, I mean, secondary sex characteristics, is that artificial?
I guess.
Or is that...
Or biological. How's it biological?
What defines secondary?
There's at least 6 biological markers, she says, in the body. Genitals. Mm-hmm. Okay. That's your first clue what a man and a woman are.
Yeah,
then,
you've nailed that one a couple times.
Yeah, chromosomes.
Yeah.
They're different. The DNA is different. The structure is different in a man and a woman. It just is. It's biologically a fact. Internal reproductive structure. Not real hard to tell the difference between a woman's reproductive structure and a man's. Not very difficult. Where she wants you to believe that the difference is in hormone ratios and secondary sexual characteristics.
So
if I cut my testosterone intake to the point where my body makes as much testosterone as a woman's body makes, now I'm a woman, according to this lady.
Yeah, but that's artificial.
Of course it is.
I would only buy that argument if you look at men and women hormonally.
We've blown right to the break. We'll be right back. I'm just
already.
You remember, if you covered me from the very beginning, I did not say that, in fact, the sanctions would deter him. That's not what I said. You're playing a game with me. I know. The answer is no.
Biden administration officials over the last few months.
Our intention is to have a deterrent effect.
The president believes that sanctions are intended to deter.
The purpose of the sanctions, in the first instance, is to try to deter Russia from going to war.
We want them to have a deterrent effect.
President Biden said Thursday he would support Russia being expelled from the G20 over its invasion of Ukraine, further isolating Vladimir Putin on the international stage. We are USA Radio News.
Water. It's essential to life, but it's also something that so many of us here in America take for granted. Imagine how different your life would be without access to clean water in your home. What if you had to walk to the nearest creek, stream, lake, or pond to get water? Suddenly, going to work and school wouldn't be an option because you and your children would have to spend your days collecting water. This is the day-to-day reality of most families living in the world's poorest countries. But what if I told you that you can change that reality?
You've heard us talk about the luxurious Giza Dream sheets from MyPillow. Well, now they're on sale, 60% off, as low as $39.99. Lots of other overstock items and a free copy of Mike Lindell's book, What Are the Odds from Crack Addict to CEO, with any purchase. But you've got to use my promo code USA. Go to MyPillow.com, the Radio Listener Square. Use my promo code USA or call 1-800-951-8175.
Are you or your loved one being released from a hospital?